promotion. I'll move to my third question, which is on the depoliticization of the services. Honorable Minister, in the last election, 2024, there was a security task force on elections. They did quite well, quite commendable, led by the CDS and then the IGP and other heads of services. We're grateful for their service. But Minister, you realize that in almost all the polling stations across the country, the security personnel that were deployed there did nothing to stop anything that was happening, because they were not too sure who was going to win and what will happen will befall them if they take an action against the other person. That is what happened at almost every polling station. In fact, what we saw on TV at the collation centers, what we saw on TV is where people were being jacked up at collation centers, and police people, military officers were just looking on because people were just not too sure. Indeed, the Electoral Commission had to, on 3 occasions, issue letters requesting for security for them to collate results. What can you do? And I'm sure when you take such an action, you get the support of Ghanaians, that the police service or the services, the 10 agencies under you, including NATMO, when there's a disaster, they check where you belong before you get support. What can you do? And all Ghanaians will support you if you embark on such an action.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Chair. Chair, I always say this, and I've said this 1,001 times, even on the floor of the House. If we play around with everything that we do with excessive partisanship, then everything we do become politics. And we will all pay the price for it. I agree, we need to depoliticize, and this, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, as part of his vision himself, has stated that in paragraph 183 of our manifesto, that we will take steps to depoliticize our security services. If you take, for example, the example you gave about the elections, I just like, frankly speaking, how the police operated. Why? People thought that they were going to do this thing and get away with it, destroy material and those things, and they were taking the videos, the CCTV there, and as we speak, about 150 people have been arraigned before court. I can assure you, by the grace of God, if this committee approves of my nomination, I will ensure that they are prosecuted. I will support the team to make sure that justice is done, so that if you know someone who had gone violently to do something, and now he's been arrested and he's been prosecuted, and he truly gets prosecuted, next time when it is going to happen, you know. Because you see, one of the things that the police did that was good was that they refused to use firearms. Because if they had, now we'll have encountered a number of deaths. And you realize that in this election, there was not a single gun shot from the police. Some came from the military, some came from private citizens, but not the police. But all the perpetrators, as many as possible, and my check says 150 of them, I will support the team to make sure that each of them is brought to justice, no matter who is involved. Because you see, if we don't do that, and then now I look and I say, oh, this is Muntaka, oh, can you do something about it? And he get away. Why would Brian Chompon also not get away with it? But if you see that Muntaka is being dealt with, then the Brian Chompon will know that when he gets to his thing, he can't get away with it. And for me, I keep saying, Mr. Chair, my faith tells me in the Holy Quran that God himself says he hates injustice. He is just and he hates injustice. And it will be unfair for people to just do the wrong thing and use political covering and hide away from it. I will not encourage that. And His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has stated that in our manifesto as part of his vision. And I will support that and will make sure that the right thing is done. It's not going to be easy. It will come with backlash. but we will be determined to stand by the vision of His Excellency Dr. Dramani Mahama to ensure that the right thing is done. So that at least, even if we don't succeed in eliminating this excessive partisanship in our security services, we'll bring it to the barest minimum. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Leader. I am generally encouraged by your posture on the promotions, on the matter of small arms, and the depoliticization of the services. I can assure you that the process that you start in depoliticizing the services, inshallah, when the next MPP government will continue from there. Now, in 4 years. On the issue of, on a lighter note, Honorable Muntaka, when you are receiving a gun salute, you have to be at attention. You were too relaxed in receiving that gun salute, and it wasn't impressive. You have to be at attention. Congratulations, nominee, and I wish you very well.
Well, Mr. Chair, I was vehemently against that shootings in my house because I told them that no, that was why I came out, and I've since made the officer to apologize. And it's also gone viral because I don't think that was right. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much. I will proceed to give the floor to Honorable Hajia Ladi Ayamba. You have the floor, Hajia.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for the opportunity. Assalamu alaikum, Alaj. Let me start by congratulating you and saying that may the Almighty Allah continue to bless and protect you, and that His will be done.
Inshallah, thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I just want to ask something which is very, very relevant because I come from the Boku enclave. I am a Moshi, you are a Dagomba. So many Dagombas behind there, so many Kusasis around, so many Mamprishis around. And we all know the route that we are coming from. That is the Moli Dabani area or route. And Nagwewa himself has his grave in my constituency, that is Pusga. So Pusga is the almighty place. Will you, as the Minister for Interior, and who will have to take up the issue of these crises in Boku, come in and let us understand that we are one and the same people, and so we should stop all these halabaloo that is dividing us. Will you do that? And that apart, I would just say a very big congratulations to you. I wish you the best, and you take care of yourself. You know it better than I do. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, thank you very much. I can give my sister the assurance that I will be very interested in assisting the team and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to achieve that vision that he promised the Boku people, that will do everything humanly possible to ensure that peace return, not only in Boku, but all the other areas across our country that are having this packet of challenges. And that's why earlier I said the time has come for us to dispassionate about this and call for a national conference on the future of our chieftaincy, so that we'll be able to know that aside all these things that we are here, if anybody, if a UK citizen walks into this room, it will be very difficult for that person to look at us and say this person is that. Maybe apart from maybe our height and complexion, the person will not be able to differentiate us. And yet we consistently try to show that we are different. But I believe that with the commitment that His Excellency Dr. Dramani Mahama has given and his vision, me being his rep at the Ministry of Interior, together with the team that I'm going to join, will support that vision to ensure that peace, permanent peace, returns not only in Boku, but all the other areas that are having these challenges. Thank you, Mr. Chair.